Hey everybody, it's Dave with Triumph Business Solutions. I just want to give a quick kind of video here talking about the new Claude Agent view and some struggles that I had this morning. It just came out yesterday, but it's something that might be impactful if you know how to use it, right? So let me jump into it here.
It's about taking our current reality, transforming it into understanding, building momentum, and ultimately achieving profit and harmony.
So if you're like me, you probably have a Claude, right? And this is very basic, just getting started in the morning, but I wanted to share this with you. You probably have a Claude that if you're using the CLI where you are in here and you probably have multiple terminals open, and you probably even have, if you have multiple projects going, you probably have multiple IDEs open, whether it's anti-gravity, VS Code, whatever that is. You probably have multiple open across 3, 4, 5 different sessions, and you have multiple terminal sessions going at any one time. But Claude yesterday released their agent view dashboard. Now, there's some struggles that I had with this morning, and I wanted to share some of those with you. Just some quick insights on what I figured out so far this morning. But the beauty of this dashboard is now you can start running all of these agents in the background and have one kind of basic dashboard up and running that manages all of these in one place between all your different projects. So let me show you a little bit what that looks like, and then I'll show you how, like this process that's running right now, how I can move that into the dashboard so that I can see it later and work on it. All right, so here I have our agent dashboard that's running. The first thing I want to say is don't start this within a project. It's the first thing that I learned, because once you start it in a project, it will start running any default prompt that you run will start running in that project alone. So what you want to do is start it based on your desktop or wherever all of your project files sources are held. Typically, those would be, on your desktop or wherever you're running them. But for me, it's my desktop. And so what you want to do first things first is if you have nothing running, nothing will show up here. So what you can do is you can either in the tab, you can start something from right here, right? Or you can go back to your IDE or your VS Code and simply type Claude, which is what you normally would do to start it, but then you space hyphen BG, right? And then that would automatically start something over here. So you're going to see here in my command center, I'm just going to start one of these over here so that you can kind of see that, how it's going to automatically pop up. So I'm going to type Claude and then hyphen BG. And then you can see over here, now I just got this new session that just booked up. I just got this new session that just showed here current session. And I started that from just starting, and nothing's running on my other IDE, which is nice because now it's right here. And from this session, I can come in here and I can type anything and it's going to run, as you can see here, in my command center. So the beauty of this is that now in one place, just using left and right and so if I want to go into anything, I can use up and down to kind of select which agent I want to look into. And then I can use the left button to kind of come in here and review what's going on. And then I can use the left button to back out and take me back to the list. So one of my limitations that I found early on was that when you have something like this up and running, there's no easy way to tell it what project or what folder that you want it to work in. Typically, you would use the @ symbol, right? And then you would type the folder. However, nothing populates there and it doesn't work. I've tried just typing the folder. I've tried it in hyphens, parentheses, nothing of that works. However, what I did find that works right now, again, this is beta, would be, let's just say I want to start something in my forecast tool project. So go test the weekly calculations of projected revenue and confirm they are correct and accurate, right? So before I hit enter, as you'll see, my line up here, right here, it's highlighted. So when I press up and down, now that something's typed in that bar, it's going to only select between the project folders. So right now I'm on agenda dashboard. If I click down, it's going to go to Triumph Command Center. And then if I go down again, it's Triumph Forecast Tool. So if my forecast tool is highlighted, then I hit enter, it's going to start in the forecast tool. If I didn't do that, it would automatically kind of go back to whatever the last project was that you were working in and start that process within that last project, which obviously if it's not correct, it's not going to be where you want it to go. So just a couple kind of key points to kind of look at there. You can also rename any of these. So if you just type, kind of Control R, you can rename each one of the, like for this one, I'm going to hit, if I hit Control R, I can now retype this, right? So we're going to test. This is testing weekly calculations. So it's beautiful in terms of bringing things into one page. So now you can have all of this up at one time and manage every single one of your processes that are running in one place. You don't have to like switch back and forth to all the different IDE sessions. The yellow means that it's obviously waiting for you to kind of get started. Obviously, this one's waiting for me to just kind of do anything. But as simple as I hit Control X, and now that's deleted, and it's gone. Here I'm adding meeting notes to our system. And so now it's kind of going through, and spec has been updated because I did an adversarial review. Spec has been updated, and now we're ready to go. So I can say, yep, go ahead and move on to the implementation plan. And now I hit the left button, and now I'm back to my app. So it's an awesome release if you're doing a lot of different coding sessions. If you're not working in a CLI, it's probably not going to be a benefit to you right now. However, again, if you do, and you are using the CLI a lot, this is going to be a great help for you. I wanted to share this kind of video of some struggles that I went through this morning, trying to figure out how to best use this. And again, this is just brand new, just came out yesterday. So as I continue to learn more, I will definitely fill you guys in. But for now, if you have any questions, make sure you drop them down below, and I'll share them with you. Also, make sure you follow along for any more tips and videos, as we're doing a lot more of these. So look forward to it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Again, Dave Warden with Triumph Business Solutions. Have a great and amazing rest of your day. See you later.